Slowly but surely, Gervonta Tank Davis's pay-per-view numbers are coming in, just like these election numbers. And let me tell you, as your boy Ego predicted, Gervonta Tank Davis out of Baltimore is a star. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Make sure you smash the like button. Also, subscribe to my channel for the latest and greatest in boxing. If you want to become part of the gang, notification gang, please hit the bell icon. Shout out to the Super Chats, channel donations, the Venmo donations, the Cash App, and the Patreon family. We definitely working. Sign up for ESPN Plus by using my link. It's $5.99 a month. ESPN Plus, they got a ton of original content, docuseries, archive fight footage from UFC and boxing, and much more. Again, you can get ESPN Plus as a standalone app, or you can bundle it, ESPN Plus with Hulu and Disney Plus. That's 3 apps, all for one low price of $12.99 by using my link. And it does help the channel continue to grow in a phenomenal way. Now, I scream on my channel, for anybody who would listen, that the kid, Gervonta Tank Davis, is a star. You've heard people like Leonard Ellerbe and Floyd Mayweather Promotions and Showtime tell you that he's a star. But the verdict is actually in. A lot of people talk about it, but this kid from Baltimore is being about it. And he's putting up numbers. So he was trending #1 after the fight. His fight, as you guys see on the computer screen, his fight got 3.4 million views. That's a lot of views. Like, what I've noticed really in boxing, when it comes to a lot of viral videos, a lot of times when somebody is reportedly upset, you know, and a person gets, like Dillian White, he might have got a good amount of views, but he was on the short end of the stick. You see what I'm saying? Because people look at it as like a shocker, like, oh man, this wasn't supposed to happen. And, you know, in addition, it was a very brutal knockout. You see what I'm saying? So Tank Davis, he defies that, because he was not on the receiving end of the vicious viral video, but he was on the giving end. You know, he wasn't the one that was knocked out. So you see this video has 3.4 million views. Now, add to his jacket and his ledger, shout out to Ranger Rollins. You'll see it on the screen. Ranger Rollins on Twitter. He be having some sources. Actually, one of the first people to break the Luis Ortiz, who's fighting this weekend, to break that news. Like, before any other boxing reporter I seen on Twitter, he had reported that. So, you know, good work. And this is what is being sourced out. This is what's being sourced out. And I've seen other reporters talk about it. They had the numbers a little bit lower, but we'll go with this one because they're all relatively kind of around the same ballpark. Sources: the Davis Santa Cruz Showtime pay-per-view is tracking over 250,000 buys, with the final number generated expected to land shy of 300K. A true coming out party for Tank, they said. The numbers were buoyed by significant growth in digital business. Huge night for Tank, Mayweather, and Showtime. And it's over. You know, Tank is a star. You can say what you want about the kid. He's a star. He keeps putting up numbers. You know, he keeps putting up numbers. He keeps winning. He keeps knocking people out. Like, the kid is a star. I said the boy got his own money. Coming to America voice. Bro, the boy got his own money. I was at all of his last fights. I didn't go to this one, you know, but we had a great time with the Boxingego watch party. You know, my reaction, a lot of people, y'all was laughing at me for my reaction, but the knockout was so vicious and it was so brutal. I was just being honest. That's how the knockout made me feel. But I've covered several Tank fights in Atlanta, lit, Shaquille O'Neal was there. Enough said. I've been to several fights. Never got a chance to interview Shaquille O'Neal until I covered Gervonta Davis's fight with Gamboa. You know, Baltimore, I mean, that goes without saying. That was lit because he's from Baltimore, and so on and so forth. San Antonio, it looks like that card was very fun to watch on TV. So from the outside looking in, it looks like people had a great time with that card. So the kid's a bona fide star. I know the haters and detractors, they're going to find or try to find some way to try to take away. You know, I see like the racists and shit, they come out and, you know, try to take away victory. We seen people at first allege that something was wrong with Tank's gloves or he did some illegal switch, you know, unbeknownst to Leo, or, you know, even though he had a more orthopedic glove. Now with these numbers being positive, just anticipate, again, the racists and the haters to suggest that these were all Leo Santa Cruz fans. You know, the same thing they did with Mayweather. When Mayweather would fight certain guys, Cotto, De La Hoya, Canelo, Pacquiao, and the numbers would do great, there's attributed to the other person. We've also seen this trend when you had Mikey Garcia versus Errol Spence in Texas. So despite Errol Spence and PBC and Errol Spence being from Texas and Mikey Garcia being from Oxnard, California, for some reason, the haters and detractors wanted to attribute all of the numbers and the success to Mikey Garcia, saying he brought out the crowd. And I even see Terrence Crawford's friend perpetuate these same falsehoods, I guess you could say. Bernie, the Bernie dude, you know? And I don't agree with it because the proof is in the pudding. People who said that Mikey Garcia generated all the numbers in Texas, listen, it was a great event. I went to that. I covered it. Great fight, Jerry's World, all that. But you can't just give Mikey all of the credit and say he deserves more credit for bringing them people out than the man who's from that state, who lives, you know, hour 30 minutes to an hour outside of Arlington. You know, that we're not going to do that. That doesn't even make sense. So the guy who's the hometown hero and lives, you know, 40 minutes away, he didn't bring out no fans. And we know that's false because I was there in Texas and I seen that he brought out fans. I seen a ton of people with Errol Spence shirts. But you always see this from the detractors. Now, when it comes to Leo Santa Cruz, you know, who got his brains knocked out by Gervonta Tank Davis, just look for all the haters to do what they did to Floyd, to do what they did with Errol Spence, and say all these people were Leo fans. But that's not true. That's inaccurate. Another reason you know it's inaccurate is because let's use Mikey Garcia and Errol Spence. Errol Spence did these good numbers on pay-per-view. This is not my opinion. This is fact. He did these good numbers on pay-per-view with Mikey Garcia. I think it was like 300 something, 350, whatever. But then when he fought Sean Porter, he had another packed out, and I was at that fight too, another packed house, did more than KSI and Logan Paul in that same venue, and they're big YouTubers, right, with 20 million apiece or whatever amount of YouTube fans they have. They fought in the same building, sold it out, had a higher attendance, and Errol Spence did similar numbers. However, Mikey Garcia, after losing to Errol Spence, his comeback fight, his not the Eric Morales exhibition, but his comeback pro fight, was against Jesse Vargas in Texas again. Eddie Hearn clout chase PBC's last move, put him back in Texas with Jesse Vargas, and you had two Mexican-American fighters, and they did not do anything near the numbers that Errol Spence and Mikey did. So you have to look for consistencies. Tank Davis is consistently set records in terms of his numbers for his age group, I guess you could say. You know, he's setting trends. He's selling out time and time again. He's having Drake and Lil Wayne and OBJ and all these celebrities at his fights. He fought Hugo Ruiz and had Drake there. Like, it is different, you know. He has LeBron James after he knocked out Leo viciously in this scene you see right here. He had LeBron James tweeting about it. You're not going to just say that's all Leo. People, at the end of the day, Tank won too. So people are going to give credit to Tank, you know. Leo, he does have a fan base for sure. I'm not, suggesting that Leo doesn't have a fan base, but this is often what is done for black fighters. They'll suggest that it's always the other guy that sold the event, but the consistency and the common denominator isn't the other guy. Let's look at Tank's last fights. You put Tank in there with the Mexican-American Leo Santa Cruz, he did numbers. You put them in with a Cuban fighter, Yuriorkis Gamboa, an Olympic gold medalist, he did numbers. He had a crazy crowd. I told you Shaquille O'Neal was there. You put him in there with Pedraza at the Barclays, he did numbers. So this is a reoccurring thing. You put him in there, it was supposed to be Abnormatis, but you switched and, Abnormatis couldn't make it. His eye was in bad shape and he had to have surgery. You put him in there with the late replacement Hugo Ruiz, you still see all these celebrities, Drake, Lil Wayne, OBJ, and a ton of other people, Birdman. What happened to that boy? Man, hey, Water. Hey, shoot that, Water. You got Birdman and Lil Wayne at his fights. So again, Leo Santa Cruz is not the common denominator. In fact, if you look at Leo Santa Cruz's last fight, I was at his last fight before the Tank fight, and he was a co-feature for Deontay Wilder. So he wasn't even the headline. He fought the Miguel Flores, didn't really look great, but he did look good and sharp and had a stellar performance and effort in this Tank fight. But his last fight wasn't even a main feature. So we're not going to take away from Tank's star power and suggest that it's always the opponent that sold and made the events like sell. And I think the numbers and in the future numbers, they'll continue to show that Tank is the star. Like, and this is not, no disrespect to Leo. There's nothing. Leo is one of the nicest guys in boxing. However, we got to call a spade a spade. Tank is the star. And with that performance, he's going to continue to be the star as long as he keeps winning. That's just what that is. Leo's a great dude, but he lost. The other issue is this. If you doubt anything that I've said on this video, just look at the numbers. Look at who's in the crowd. Like, I don't see LeBron James, like, when, no disrespect to Leo, of course, but when Leo Santa Cruz is fighting, I don't see LeBron James, when he's not fighting Tank, even commenting on the fight. You see what I'm saying? I don't see Lil Wayne and Birdman and people of that level of fame, I guess, in the hip-hop world and whatnot, at Leo Santa Cruz's fight, per se. You see what I'm saying? Or someone else of that stature, who like an equivalent, like Leo's fighting and Canelo Alvarez or somebody, or, whoever, Bad Baby or Bunny or whatever the dude's name is. You know what I'm saying? I haven't seen that personally. I haven't seen that reaction that Tank gets. They did an all access with Showtime. That was great, very sharp. Tank got the vehicle. Leonard Ellerby is a good promoter. Floyd Mayweather's a good promoter. And Floyd Mayweather has the gift of gab in terms of getting people hyped for the fight, like on the all access, and he has the audience. It's just different, and that's no knock on anything Leo Santa Cruz has done. But again, Leo Santa Cruz was a co-feature his last fight. It doesn't make the noise. When he was fighting Kiko Martinez, it is not bringing out celebrities like Tank's fight is doing. Leo definitely has a fan base. I'll continue to support his fights, but the man of the hour is the Tank. And it's just so funny that in the world of boxing, you continually see this. You continually see the fighter who is the headliner and the A side in the equation. When it's an African-American fighter, you continue to see that fighter challenged on their popularity and credit given to the opponent, but we know who's the clear A side. I haven't seen people do this to Canelo Alvarez. Canelo Alvarez, when he's the A side versus Kovalev, who does have a fan base, maybe, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. He's not the most likable person, so I guess I could have said somebody else. But let's say Golovkin, that's a better example. When Canelo is deemed the almighty A side, you don't even see this conversation where people are saying, oh, this only did good numbers, Canelo and Golovkin, because of Triple G. Hell no, guys. And we know Triple G does have some fan base, you know, some sort of fan base at that time when he was fighting Canelo. You don't see that. But if it's an African-American fighter, just expect it, like they did with Floyd. Oh, Floyd only sold because of Ricky Hatton. Floyd only sold because of De La Hoya. Canelo, Pacquiao's the reason he sold. But guess what? Again, the common denominator is they sold or he sold. And that's the Tank and Floyd and Errol Spence conundrum that y'all got to figure out. Not me, because I'm telling you the truth. But y'all got to figure out, how is Tank continuing to bring out celebrities and a fly crowd and go viral? He was #1 trending on YouTube, put up all these numbers, social media impressions and clicks and numbers, have LeBron James tweeting about his fight. LeBron James don't tweet about a bunch of fights. You know, you're going to give this kid his credit. I put that on. And if you're not willing to give this kid his credit, then this ain't going to be the channel for you, because I'm all about that. Fair is fair, right is right. Good effort from Leo Santa Cruz, great numbers and great end result from Tank Davis. Let's keep this boxing thing rolling. Drop your things in your thoughts in the comment section. As always, hate, comment, and subscribe. Till next video is Ego signing off.
So if you enjoyed this video and want more content like this on the channel, you can show your appreciation by going to the PayPal donate button or the YouTube support button, and you can donate any amount that you feel is equivalent to the value of this video. Much more to come. Thank you guys for your support. Boxingego, the future of boxing.